It's one of those genres that you definitely, well, I definitely sort of, being of my generation, is something that I, really wanted to tick off the list to get an opportunity to do a Western. And Silas was a fun character to embody. And hopefully, we got that element of a sort of, loner out there, sort of lone bounty hunter, as it were. You have the character of Silas who's almost kind of dead inside. He's sort of dulled all of his sort of emotional self and is kind of, because what served him best is to be on his own. Therefore, he's not responsible for anybody. Therefore, nobody can really trip him up and sort of, tangle up his life in any way. And so it's best to sort of stay by yourself, and that's safe, and you know where you're standing. But at the end of the day, is there much color or love or experience of emotion in your life? No. And so Jay comes along and introduces all those things through his naivety and his passion and the dreamer in him. And I think it sort of reignites all of those things in Silas. This was an idea of a young dreamer, and that we should find some, a young actor to do that. That was very much about naivety and that idea of one of a first love, as it were, and the power of that, and that it could sort of, bring such blind enthusiasm to this character that he would travel all the way to America and believe that he could sort of track down in such a vast continent his lost love. We're dealing with a story about very much the land that we're in. America is very much a character in this piece as well. The harsh reality of the Wild West and heading beyond where the train line sort of ends, and what sort of characters are out there. And Silas manipulates that territory very well, and he can survive very well from what he's given around him in terms of hunting and providing for himself. And Jay is hopeless, and so the two of them get together and in a way sort of depend on one another. We knew there was fantastic crews down in New Zealand, a wealth of experience there. We knew that there was a lot of untouched land that we could film in, and also not too dissimilar to the kind of geography that John had written in his script, because it was not the classic sort of geographical setting for a Western, like what we're used to, the sort of Spanish Westerns, the sort of spaghetti Westerns, that sort of desert feel. We were dealing with forests and more sort of woodland and mountains. So it did suit us.